So why don't we talk about Elon Musk? Why don't we talk about his big smile salute that he gave? That of course every excuse was given in the book. Oh, Elon didn't know what he was doing. He's not really, supporting that. And some people even tried to blame neurodivergence, which is crap. A lot of neurodivergent folks jumped in and are like, "Yeah, I'm autistic. I know not to salute Hitler." Right? I mean, right? I still know that Pol Pot and Idi Amin were kind of bad guys. But Elon Musk, in between getting in fights with Vivek Ramaswamy and other members of Trump's core, besides Trump wanting to get rid of him and saying, "Why is Elon around so much?" Got up and acted like his usual stupid self and danced around on stage, kind of screamed, yelled like an ape, and then did his salute twice, which I won't do. He even did, though, the part where he hit his chest. Again, some people are like, "Well, that was the Roman salute." The Third Reich saw itself as a continuation of the Roman Empire. That was the First Reich. You see, so they got it from the Romans. That's not really an excuse. Now, there's only 3 reasons that Elon Musk could have made a Nazi salute on stage, and I'm going to give them to you, and they're all just as bad as the others. First, you may remember when he first showed up on Twitter, one of the reasons I think he became so radicalized and angry and such a right-wing little weenie incel male is because of the fact that he thought he was really funny because people faked laughing around him for years because he was a billionaire. And they had to kiss his billionaire butt. But when he went on a platform of people that didn't, we all realized that all he had was uncle jokes. I mean, the most painful, stupid humor. And I mean, it was just ludicrous how bad his humor was. Painful, painful as looking at that pasty, white, gelatinous body of his. So he got offended by that. Well, maybe he was making a joke. He could have been. Seriously. It's not to defend him. If you don't have the understanding that that is not a joke and that you're a moron for making it, I don't think I'm going to feel sorry for you. I think I'm going to blame you and hold you accountable, you schmuck. Second thing he could have been doing is trolling people like us. And yeah, if you troll people with a salute of people that killed, mass murder 11 million people, 6 million Jews, 5 million others, many more in war, that's a great trolling. You're great, man. You really own the libs there. Kind of like how you own the libs to destroy Twitter and have your market share of people buying Tesla in this country. Anybody who'd want to buy it, who's liberal, not buying it anymore. Good ownership of the libs there, Elon. Yeah, let's try your Neuralink next. Maybe you can connect that to your own brain and mess around and come up with a sense of humor if you play around with it. Try the parietal lobe. That's where judgment comes from. I have a feeling that is non-existent in your silly skull. And the third reason, of course, is that he just was making a Nazi salute because he's a Nazi. And, sometimes Occam's razor, folks. Why would you salute Nazis if you're not a Nazi? There have been other Republicans that have made similar gestures in the past. Laura Ingraham did once. It looked a hell of a lot like one at a Republican convention. I don't know if it was 2020. But this, with the hitting of the chest part and doing it twice, was as obvious as possible. It's right in your face. And that's where we are in American history now, where this is the wealthiest man in the world, even though he's an idiot and has found a lot of ways to lose money lately. He's still the wealthiest man in the world, spent over $100 million on the American, getting Donald Trump, who's basically is broke before his scams, his Bitcoin scams and whatever, elected. He turned Twitter into the Trump platform, and we know now killed everybody else's algorithm, as we guessed, and made sure that all the good Trump stuff was highlighted everywhere. He manipulated the election. He lied. And if, according to Trump, he knows those voting computers really well. What does that mean? I don't know. But beyond all of that, beyond the obvious, right here, and what he did for Trump, he has written an article and he endorsed the ADF, which is the fascist, actually literally as close to Nazis as you can get party in Germany, who he wants to win. Even mainstream conservatives are scared of them. They've come out with and embraced their Nazi past. The far right in the UK, a guy that's been arrested for rape, I believe, sounds like Hegseth, Trump, right? Elon Musk, sexual harassment, makes sense. The far right of the United Kingdom and picked a fight with the labor leader there and tried to get involved in their inner politics. He's done the same thing in France, where he's come out in support of Le Pen. He's right now in and same thing in Canada, attacking Trudeau. Key other NATO allies, he's spending his time fluffing for Putin, pushing for fascism, and trying to undermine with his platforms and his money and his stupid, loud voice that, again, all the time, just hearing his dumbass talk because he's like J.D. Vance in a donut shop. He sort of can't even look at people and communicate with them, and then makes a stupid joke inevitably. He's such a freaking loser. So he's picking all these fights across Europe. They're fighting back and answering him. They've got better laws to protect against disinformation. He's spreading disinformation everywhere here. And the key of all of this is, again, Occam's razor. When you embrace a Nazi party in Germany, when you embrace a Nazi party in the United Kingdom, when you embrace a Nazi party in the United States, when you embrace a Nazi party in Canada, and you embrace a Nazi party in France, you may be a Nazi. You may have just given a salute of what you believe in, not to mention the George Soros and other anti-Semitic and other similar conspiracy theories of, like, some egg on Twitter, which is, douche123 is their name. And he, of course, retweets it like it was Einstein. So that's what we've got right now. He has a White House office. He's not just like some billionaire. He has the most money. He owns Trump. He bought Trump the office, and now he's got an office in the White House where Trump will be able to listen to him. He spends all his time railing on things like DEI because he wants to say the N-word badly and can't. He is a direct threat to America. He has national security risk. He's got defense contracts. I don't know how that continued under a Democratic administration, but I don't know a lot of things. But he's made very clear with his salute, with the parties he's chosen in Europe, with supporting Donald Trump here, with what he's done with Twitter. He's a Nazi through and through. He should be treated as a Nazi. He should be called a Nazi. And you should never again refer to him really as almost anything else but a Nazi. The dude was born in apartheid South Africa. That's where his parents made their money. He's as Nazi as Nazis come. Okay? So, in summary, right now, Elon Musk is a threat to our country. Elon Musk, finally, Democrats have gotten in and calling him out for his Nazi salute. I mean, even Republicans have. A whole group of people, and even those who, in our corporate media, a few had the courage to do it. A lot of them were like, he was very enthusiastic. I'm sure Himmler was enthusiastic too. And, there's probably a really good chance that Pinochet was. I don't care. Do your fun job. Well, let's be the ones who grow our platforms. Let's be the ones who we all support each other. I just talked about it this morning on Stephanie Miller. I've talked about it earlier today on Bob Seska. I talked about it on Tony's show. Let's grow our progressive media so we can make sure everybody knows this guy, this is Charles Lindbergh with billions of dollars, okay? He's a disgruntled loser, apartheid baby, chubby little Nazi. And that's what he is, and that's what we should call him, and that's how we should fight him. That has been my first takedown of the day, if you will.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.